Good morning, viewer. Welcome to our FTB English version years of breaking news. Viewers, NASA's Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter in the short form LRO photographed the fresh impact scar between August 11 and 12, 2026. The crater appeared 6 days earlier when the super stage of a SpaceX Falcon 9 slammed into the lunar surface. Yeah, the rocket had launched Firefly Aerospace Blue Ghost 1 lunar lander on January 15, 2025. After completing its role in the mission, the upper stage remained in space until solar activity and gravitational forces sent it on an unplanned return to the moon. With no atmosphere to slow incoming objects, yeah, the moon is continually received by impacts. NASA estimates that a natural meteoroid carrying roughly the same energy as the rocket stage strikes the lunar surface about once every 6 days. Viewers, human made impacts are much less common, making this collision a useful opportunity to test tracking systems and study how fresh craters form. Viewers, capturing the result was not as simple as flying over the site. Engineers had to tilt LRO so its cameras pointed towards the crater as the spacecraft raced about 60 miles above the surface at 1 mile per second. So the orbiter circles the moon from pole to pole every 2 hours, but it still had to wait for the slowly rotating lunar surface to bring the impact area beneath its path. Timing. Viewers' timing was equally unforgiving. If the camera activated just 10 seconds too early or too late, the crater would appear about 10 miles away from the center of the frame. Elaro observed the site from several angles, allowing changing sunlight and shadows to expose different features. So the clearest views of the rim showed that the crater measures about 60 feet across, so its shadow indicated a depth of less than 10 feet, slightly shallower than NASA's initial estimate of about 12 feet. Viewer, those measurements were possible because LRO's narrow angle camera can detect objects as small as 3 feet across. So the spacecraft has surveyed the moon since 2009. So researchers could compare the new images with earlier views and isolate the changes caused by the collision. Bright and dark rays spreading from the crater reveal how the impact churned up different layers of lunar material. The darker streaks contain dust and rocks from within the upper 1.5 feet of the surface. Over time, that material had been altered by solar wind, galactic cosmic rays, and countless micrometeorite strikes. In the exclusive report.